Here, I don't pay you to whine, I pay you to announce, okay? Look in the contract if you don't believe me, buddy. Get in here. Gee. Paul, listen, last night you screwed that thing up again. I'm not paying you to make mistakes. You got that?
Well,
I said, do you got that?
Yes.
All right. Jeez.
Your fruit, Mr. Letterman.
That's a nectarine. I wanted a Tangelo. Get out of here. Get a cab. Oh, my God.
David, you've got to learn to take it easy.
Look. Damn it, I pay their salaries, George. I want performance.
Well, what about love and kindness and forgiveness?
Yeah, what about the success of the show? The success of the show is the bottom line. That's it.
David, winning isn't everything.
Hello. Yeah, it's Ricky Henderson.
I'll talk
Just a
to him.
second, Ricky. He's right here.
Ricky, you say you had a bad dream? Didn't get much sleep and don't feel like playing tonight? Well, take tonight off. Take a couple more days off if you need it till you feel right. Yeah, of course we're going to pay you. Hey, that's perfectly okay. You call anytime. That's what I'm here for. All right.
Ricky had a scary dream, huh?
Yep.
Oh, boy. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the program. And let me assure you of one thing right here at the beginning. It's not just another Thursday night show. Oh, no. It's a spring spectacular. Thank you very much. I'm in a great mood. I feel like $1 million. Here's what I did last night. I do this maybe a couple of times a month. I know it's crazy, but I still get a kick out of it. I go home, I got home early, and a bunch of my friends from the lumberyard came over, and we got really, really drunk. And we wrapped aluminum foil around our heads and pretended we were robots.
Nutty.
So I'm on the elevator coming down here tonight to do our spring spectacular. And there's a bunch of these jerks from NBC executives, a bunch of these goofball bonehead guys. And also some of these new guys from General Electric. And among them is Robert Wright, who is now like the #1 man at NBC, right? He's the #1 guy. He came over from General Electric, and now he's in charge of NBC. And so we go down to like 3 or 4 floors. Everybody gets off but Robert Wright and myself. And now it's me. What is he? He's the CEO? Chief Executive Officer? This is like the #1 guy at the #1 network and me. So the door is closed. He looks over at me and he says, tomorrow, if you're not doing anything, come up to the office and we'll color some Easter eggs. We pretended we were robots. You see, with the... I thought this was a staggering statistic, and see if you don't think so as well, Paul.
Okay.
The 1980 census has now been completed and is published, and it turns out that the average American family has 2.67 people in it. And also, it turns out that most of those .67s are living here in New York. So, oh, stop it. What a show. This is a keen show. David Sanborn is here.
Yeah, it is a big show tonight.
It's a huge show tonight.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, exactly.
Kick it off with those nutty dancing
No, I can't, because we have to answer our viewer mail, and then we have to talk about our big trip to Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, yeah.
That's coming up in a couple of weeks. We're going to be there for 1 entire week, and we'll tell you more about that later. We can hardly wait. It'll be a lot of fun, eh, Paul?
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Paul, you know, Paul had his own show coming from Las Vegas.
I got a little cable
on
thing.
cable.
Very
That's right.
small-scale Cinemax thing.
Viva Chafe Vegas.
Yeah, well, that's on the 15th of May, and then
15th of May. We'll be there, I guess, the week after that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. It's now National Cable Month.
Great. See that? I knew I was onto something.
You know, I don't understand. Whenever my cable goes on the blink, like if I lose my picture for a half an hour or 2 hours, don't you think that they owe me? I should get a rebate on that? It's never deducted from the bill. Do you get it from your taken off? See, that's it. We're just accustomed to being screwed. That's all. Let's do a top 10 list and then move along because we really have a big show. In fact, if I think we're lucky enough, I'm going to call the network and see if we can't go 90 minutes tonight.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Tonight's top 10 category from the home office in Scottsdale, Arizona. Top 10 signs that John Hinckley is making progress. Here we go. Number 10. Wrote last letter to Ted Bundy on Snoopy stationery. Well, that's good. Number 9. Rewinds tape of Taxi Driver before returning it to video store. Number 8. No longer lists occupation as crazed loner on tax return. Number 7. High-pitched tone in head. Now play Rodgers and Hammerstein medley. Number 6. Sold line of sorry you've been convicted cards to Hallmark. Number 5 has grown out of harmful obsession with Jodie Foster, has started one with Foster Brooks. Well. Number 4, turned down endorsement offer from Doritos. Well, oh, God. Number 3, considers himself an honorary Cosby kid. Number 2, booked to play harmonica solo on next All-Star Salute to Dutch Reagan. Well, we've run out of gas here, Paul. And the number 1 sign that John Hinckley is making progress, thinks Shirley MacLaine is off her rocker. Thrill cam is busted again? That's twice. That's twice this week the damn camera has busted. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We'll try and get you a refund. I'm very, very sorry. I don't blame you. There's no reason why that should have malfunctioned twice in 1 week, is there? Just get up there and kick it. Somebody hit it. We'll look into that and get back to you. Right now, let's move on to happier matters. It's Thursday. That means we answer our accumulated voluminous viewer mail. Let's get right to it, shall we? Number 1. Dear Dave, has the loitering policy in your building changed since the GE guys moved in? This comes to us from Frank Louis Johnson, Bangor, Maine. Has the loitering policy changed here, guys? Well, we're still here, aren't we? You kids are making me a nervous wreck! The hell was that? And now everything's moist.
I'm a little moist myself.
Letter number 2. Dear Dave, I don't know about you or the rest of the viewers, but I always feel perturbed when you bump off the last performer, usually a comedian. Well, that's true, because you have spent too much time goofing off. That's true as well. How do you feel about this? Sincerely, Blurch Tellman, University of California, Santa Barbara. That's a beautiful campus, by the way, UC Santa Barbara. Blurch Tellman. It's a biblical name, I believe, Blurch. Hal, how are we doing for time?
We're running a little late, Dave.
Okay, letter number 3. Dear Dave, a few months ago there was a disturbing article in People magazine. It contains statistics dealing with the likelihood of women marrying once they reach certain ages. Since I am now 30 years, my chances of finding a mate have decreased considerably. Do you think one of the single members of your staff would mind helping me beat the odds? They help you beat more than that. Wait a minute, hold on. Who said that? Find out who said that. The letter comes to us from Sue Miller, Chicago, Illinois. Well, Sue, we do have a single staff member, and since you're in no position to be too choosy, I'm going to introduce him for you tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to Flunky, the late-night viewer male clown. Flunky? Flunky, we get a letter from this woman, Sue Miller, in Chicago. She may be interested in getting involved with you.
She must be pretty hard up.
Well, now, have you yourself ever been married before?
Well, it depends what you mean by married. I used to do this act with the carnival where the clowns stage a wedding, and I end up marrying a midget in a bridal gown.
Yeah. Well, that sounds pretty funny.
No, that's pretty lame. The midget had a heavy beard. It was kind of gross.
But you were actually married once, right?
Yeah, it didn't last long, though. Turns out she was a gold digger.
Oh, really? See, I wasn't under the impression that clowns made a great deal of dough.
She was stupid, too.
Yeah. So, now you've read Sue Miller's letter. What do you think of the offer?
I don't know, do you... Sorry.
It's all right.
I don't know, do you have a nude Polaroid?
Nude Polaroid. No, we don't have a nude Polaroid. She did enclose this photograph of herself, though.
Nice tattoo.
Yeah. Yeah, she's really kind of attractive, I think.
I don't know, I like them a little heftier, you know. More bounce to the outside.
Yeah, right. Well, okay. But Flunky, thank you very much for being here, and why don't you give her a call, and I'm sure she'll be thrilled to hear from you.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Okay, Flunky. Letter number 4. Dear Dave, I have more women than I know what to do with. I'm sick of them slobbering all over me and bothering me at all hours of the night, craving my affections. I'm sure you must have the same problem. Any advice to one stud from another? One stud from another. This comes to us from someone signed Tired Brian Bays, University of Texas, Austin, Texas. Well, Brian, frankly, I do admit that our lives seem to be eerily similar. I'll tell you what, let's take a look at a typical evening for both of us right here on split screen, and we'll compare the two. How you doing? Gotta go? All right. Letter number 5. Dear Mr. Letterman, please call to make an appointment to schedule your electrocardiogram and echocardiogram. Tim Shahan, RN, Baltimore, Maryland. Oh, this is not part of your mail. This is some of my personal correspondence that got mixed in here by accident. Let's just go on to the next letter, Hal, because that was not
Dave,
supposed...
are you all right?
What?
Is that serious or anything? That
No, it's nothing. Just a little test. Just a little test, that's all. We'll go on to the next letter now. Letter number... Where are we exactly?
Are you sure, Dave? Those are heart tests. You can tell us if anything's wrong.
Well, no, everything's fine, actually.
Yeah, you'd really let us know if you were in real trouble, wouldn't you, buddy?
Well, yeah, I would, but it's just a little examination for an insurance policy. That's all it is. No big deal. Gosh, that's pretty sweet. My friends are actually concerned about me. Wow, I'm a very lucky guy.
If he kicks, it's promotions all around. I'll move up to host the show.
And I'll get Paul's job as band director.
And I'll get Jimmy's job filling the host's mug with water during the breaks.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, that's
great.
great. We're
What
glad
is it?
nothing's wrong.
No, everything's fine.
No, everything's fine.
Hey, yeah, everything's fine. Okay. Are you guys, you going to play the stylistics number tonight or not?
Yes, we are.
Oh, good.
By special request.
Very
for
nice.
You,
What, everything, you are everything.
Yeah, we will be sending that one right out.
If you folks at home are interested in going to see our program when we're in Las Vegas, Nevada, that will be May 18th through the 21st. We would love to have a studio audience full of folks so you could enjoy the show as much as these people are here tonight. Here's all you have to do. For tickets, write to this address. Are we going to put it up on the screen? There it is right there. Late Night Tickets. Late Night in Las Vegas, Post Office Box 817. Radio City Station, New York, 1010101. That's NBC Tickets, Late Night in Las Vegas, Post Office Box 817, Radio City Station, New York, 10101. Send a self-addressed stamped envelope. You must be 18 years of age or older. And the tickets, huh? Dallas? Oh, Bally's Hotel. Yeah, that's right. We'll be at Bally's Hotel. And $40 a pair. That's all they are. So. They're free. Be nice, though, $40 a pair. Anyway, come on out. We're going to be there for that week in Las Vegas, and it'll be a lot of fun. Right, Paul?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes. I'm going to stay totally smashed for the whole time we're there.
Our first guest tonight.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Our first guest tonight, certainly one of the most colorful and controversial people in American sports. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the owner of the New York Yankees, George Steinbrenner. George, pleasure to see you. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
George Steinbrenner. How you doing?
You're doing better on my name. That's nice.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I had a million things going on, and I
I've
called
always
you.
wanted to be on the Tonight Show with you and Doc.
No, hey, wait a minute. Look at this, George. You see? Ever seen this before? Look at that.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Never mind. Congratulations, your ball club's off to a pretty good start now, aren't they?
They certainly are.
What are they? We have 6-3, 6-2.
I think we're about 6-3, and we've got a very good ball club, very strong. We're winning those games that we haven't in the past in the last couple innings.
The close ones.
Yeah, we haven't been in there since 1981. Of course, some teams have never been in there.
Yeah, right.
But every time I go out, somebody says, well, you haven't won anything since 1981. I say, Cleveland Indians since 54. Some teams never won it.
I think people do forget sometimes that it was, correct me if I'm wrong, back-to-back World Series?
77 and 78, back-to-back, yeah.
Of course, that's close to 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And who do you have coming in this weekend?
We have Kansas City with Bo Jackson, which should be very,
Boy, now
very
this
exciting.
guy has come on, hasn't he?
He sure has.
Yeah.
He's proven what he said he was going to be. He said he'd be a great baseball player, and so far this year, he's done everything you could expect anybody to do. So it'll be exciting having him in the stadium.
Now, what about the Brewers? They've gone nuts here. They're like 9-0.
I understand Seelig and his Brewers. I mean, they are unbelievable. And this kid who we had a chance to get, and our people didn't want him, pitches the no-hitter last night.
Yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean our people didn't want him, George?
Well, let me just say, the young fella came down from Connecticut, wanted to be a Yankee, and my top scouting guy, my top player development guy, said that he didn't think the kid would make it. He's now with Seattle.
The scouting guy.
The scouting guy.
The former. Yeah.
He's no longer with us. He left for Seattle this afternoon.
Now let's talk about this thing. Everybody in the city is up in arms about, and I guess it's coming to most of Major League Baseball. All of the cities are going to have to confront this if they haven't already. It used to be you wanted to see the Yankees or the Mets, you'd turn on Channel 9, Channel 11. You got the whole schedule.
Yeah.
Home games, doubleheaders, everything. For free.
That's right.
The way God intended television to be, George.
Is that right?
And now I understand that only how many Yankee games will be on free TV this year?
We're probably only going to have 45 this year.
45 games. So
we're in court now. We're in court trying to get it back up to where it should be, which was 75 and 75, where the other team in town is. And we're doing everything we can. But we got a favorable decision out of the lower court, and then the appeals court said no, they wouldn't grant the injunction, wouldn't sustain it. So now we're back in suing again to get back.
Yeah, but how did it happen in the first place?
Well, it happened that we had a contract, and the contract was on the basis for the time being of 75 and 75. And then feeling on their projections that the city would ultimately become wired, it ultimately would go to, it would be 100 games and 50 for free TV.
Yeah.
They've had some problems here in New York, as you know, about wiring. I mean, there are a few people, grand juries, looking into the situation.
Can't get it in certain areas of the city.
That's right, because the mayor has said no more wiring until the grand juries get done with their investigation as to what may have happened. Now,
isn't it true that you and the Yankees stand to make more money for the more games you have on cable?
Well, we will lose $2 million this year by not
right?
having it 75 and 75. At least $2 million this year. We'll be losers.
Is that right? How can that possibly be?
Well, the homes aren't wired, and the people don't have the sets, and we were doing very well on over-the-air free TV, you know.
Yeah.
But
does your team make money at all? And be honest with me here. I mean, if because you have one of the highest payrolls in Major League Ball, don't you?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. My players make money.
Yeah, they make
money.
The
ownership doesn't make much money.
Oh, George, come on.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I would trade you my salary for yours.
Really?
Yeah, really. You must be the highest paid former Hoosier in the United States.
Can I have a piece of the shipping company, too?
Well, that I don't. I'm not throwing that in.
But now, are you losing money?
Am I losing money?
You have 80 home dates. You have the pennants, you have the T-shirts, you have the dogs, you have the parking.
The dogs?
The hot dogs.
Oh, the hot dogs.
The hot dogs.
Oh, the hot dogs. Yeah, well, we have all of those things. That's true.
Yeah.
But we are a service. We consider ourselves a service. I have a sign on my desk that says This is a non-profit corporation. It wasn't meant to be that way, but that's the way it turned out.
Okay.
See?
Let me get back to the question one more time.
All right.
At the end of last season, in the I don't know how you do it, red or black, did you have a profit for the ball club?
We were sort of a pink hueish, in between the red and the black. No, we made a little bit of money last year for the first time, and I don't know how many years, but we've never taken a nickel out. We just keep pouring it back in and paying these ridiculous salaries.
I've been in your office. Really? Now talk about Mattingly. You were riding Mattingly a little in spring training, and you're on him again. Everybody says.
Well, I haven't been on him. Now, when he got the high, the $1.9 million off of me, I got on him a little bit. All I said was that he's going to be different now. He's just not. You're sticking up for him because he's from Indiana too.
That's right, Evansville.
But all I said was that it's different now, Don. You're going to have a lot of pressure on you, and when you get up there with the bases loaded now, all the pressure isn't on Henderson and Winfield. It's going to be on Don Mattingly, and you're going to have to come through. He's had a rough start, but don't worry about him.
Well, no, you can't worry about him. He is a consensus the best player in Major League Ball today.
He's got to be, well, I won't say the best because you don't say that.
Yeah.
He's one of the very best players in baseball today. Now, I hope we destroy this film afterward because I don't want his agent to get a copy of it.
Now, one other thing, the deal with Ricky Henderson and the catching the balls like that.
You mean like that?
Yeah. Now, you know, I know, everybody knows he's going to boot one in an important play.
Yeah.
Talk to him.
Talk to him?
Yeah.
Me?
You know, but he catches the ball. Or it's bad enough that it's one-handed. I always taught, look the ball into the glove, two hands, boom, safe play.
Right, you're exactly right.
Ricky is out there like this.
Yeah, that's right. He goes like, he sweeps it like that.
Like we're playing high-lie or something.
Every year I give a speech in the locker room at the beginning of the season.
I bet that's well attended.
Oh, they love it. It is well attended, right. And they love it. If they don't love it, they're in Seattle. But I will remember on this year's speech, which should come within the next week or so, to include that.
Yeah, mention to Ricky that it was my idea.
Yes, I certainly will. I certainly will.
Let's see here. We'll do a commercial. You can hang around a few, and we'll bring out your friend.
Oh, okay.
You want to do that first?
Sure.
You're doing other things now, in addition to being a shipping magnate and a baseball owner.
You get old and tired like I am, and you get a boardroom complex, and I now drive harness horses, and I enjoy it. It's dangerous, but it's exciting for an old man like me.
Now, where was this taken? Is that really you, George?
That's really me. That is me behind those
brushed
goggles.
in there.
And you can see the odds on the horse are 50 to 1. But we won. I was at Pompano Park down in Florida, yeah.
Have you been trained to do this, or did you just...
I was trained to do it, unfortunately, by Billy Houghton, the great Billy Houghton, and by Tommy Harmer. Billy was injured and killed last year doing this. And,
so it is fairly risky.
It is a little dangerous.
So you're looking to do more active, frightening things, eh?
Yes, my kids are holding their insurance policy, urging me. Skydiving is next.
And what do we got here?
Well, let's see, that's conducting the U.S. Army Band.
That's not
No, I'll never, that is me, but that was on the 4th of July here in New York.
There he is, right there. Yeah, there's George, yeah.
And I will be no threat, Paul, no threat, believe me. But I enjoy it. I love it.
There is nothing more hazardous, by the way, than doing...
Yes.
But, I mean, would you think that maybe you're slowing down a little bit? I don't mean slowing down, but perhaps, you know, relaxing a little more as
I'm in the twilight of my career.
No.
Yes, I really feel that, and that's why I'm trying to do these things to make myself feel young.
Are you going to pull the Yankees out of the Bronx?
Because if you don't...
Now, come on. Every time I drive home, I hear this radio talk show. That's all they talk about. George is going to the Meadowlands. He's leaving the Bronx, leaving Yankee Stadium. He's gone. Bet on it. It's history.
Yeah, well... I'm not taking that on here with this audience. Yeah. No, thank you.
Now, you wouldn't do that, would you? That's a hallmark. That's
Yankee Stadium is a shrine.
Sacred.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. And if they just get me someplace for my fans to park their cars, it'll continue to be a shrine.
Be crossing the river next year. Going across the river. Let's bring your buddy out here.
Well, you want to?
Yeah. We got time to bring him out?
I don't know if they'll...
Billy Martin back there. Come on, Billy. Billy. How you doing?
Hi, David. How are you?
How are things in your life these days? Pretty good?
Well, George and I are partners in the Yankees. Everything's going wonderful.
And the question you get probably everywhere you go is, if the opportunity came up again to manage somewhere, would you take it?
I don't think so, Dave, right now. I'm very happy what I'm doing, and Managing was a lot of fun, but it takes a lot out of you.
Yeah, and you work with Phil and Bill
White.
Yeah, and Phil actually, he does sleep during the games, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's sensational. So is Bill White. They make it very easy for a rookie to break in.
But he leaves early. He calls Cora. He goes home.
Well, Cora gives him orders. He doesn't call Cora. She tells him what to do.
Have you talked to Mickey Mantle?
Yes, I have. I've talked to him every day. He's all right. He had a slight problem. He was run down a little bit. He had a bronchial infection, and I think he's going to be here this weekend.
Oh, good. So everything looks pretty good there.
Yes.
Now, the one time he was on, about a year ago, I guess, he told a story, or somebody else told a story, about you, Mickey Mantle, and Whitey Ford going hunting in the off-season.
Right.
Now, you know the story. Is there any truth to it?
It is, but it's kind of embarrassing because I come out being the scapegoat in the whole thing. Mickey, in the old days when somebody come up, I never remember guys' names, and I say, Mickey, who's that? And Mickey has a memory like an elephant. He says, the guy's Jimmy, and the guy come up and say, hi, Jimmy. He said, Billy, the name's Tom. You know, they do this to me all the time. So one time...
One thing would lead to another. There'd be a fight. Okay, so you guys are going...
So this one time he called me. I was living in Arlington, Texas, and he said, Billy, look, I know how you like to hunt. I'll pick you up at 12 o'clock, and we're going to drive 4 hours to Kerrville, Texas, and we'll kill some turkey and some wild deer. I said, oh, that'd be great. So we drive down there 4 hours. We get down there. He said, now, you just wait out in the car. I'll get the keys to all the gates, and we'll go out there shooting. I said, that's great. So unbeknown to me, when he gets in the house, the guy says, Mickey, look, I've got an old mule out there that's a pet to the kids. He's 20 years old. He's gone blind. We just don't have the way that we want to put him away, so we just can't do it because he's like family. And he said, will you shoot the mule? Yeah. Mickey says, okay, I'll do it, but I hate to do it, but I'll do it. So we go out there, and Mickey says, that guy won't let us hunt here. I says, Mickey, you got to be kidding me. He says, no, he says, I'm so mad, I'm going to go up to his barn and shoot his mule. I said, Mickey, you can't shoot the man's mule. He says, I'm going to shoot his mule. I said, okay. So we go up to the barn, and he pulls out his rifle and kills the mule, and just then he hears bam, bam. He turns around and says, what are you doing, Dago? I said, I got 2 of his cows. That cost me $800.
Now, did that actually,
Yeah.
it actually happened?
It was $800 it cost me.
Oh, Billy.
Set me up pretty good.
George, geez, it's always a pleasure to have you here.
Well,
I hope you have a great season. It'll be terrific for New York.
Well, it's good to be back, and it's good to have Billy here.
Billy, it's a
and he
pleasure
and I
to
are
meet
working
you.
together
Thank you.
now,
Yeah.
and he's with us and doing a fine job.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually running the ball club now. I handle the scouting and the maintenance out the ball club. What?
All right.
George handles the TV contract. That's why we're in a mess right now.
Okay. All right. Well, what are we doing? Right to this address. Stupid Petricks, Late Night with David Letterman, 30 Rockefeller Plaza, room 1410 W West, New York, 10112. Now, this makes no sense, that this would be a different zip code than the other address. It's the same damn building. How? I don't get it. Anyway, letters must be received by May 8, and please include your pet in the mailing. Okay, it's time for, Monday on my actual private record collection. Let's begin tonight. Another offering from our old friend Telly Savalas. What's the name of this one? It's called Telly Savalas. And here now singing one of my favorite cuts, Try to Remember. Telly Savalas, Try to Remember. I don't know. I don't think I can. I don't think I can go on with this. I don't.
Oh, Dave.
I don't know.
Dave.
Well, just play a song or something. I don't.
No. What's wrong?
I don't know.
Do the record collection.
Yeah, but listening to Telly Savalas now, I feel kind of. I don't know. I just had a birthday. I'm feeling a little old or something. I don't know.
Dave.
I can't go on.
Oh, Dave. Sounds to me like you are undergoing a little thing that we call midlife crisis. You know.
You think so?
You know what you need to do? I think this might work. Why don't you just get out of here? Just go for a walk. Get the show out of your mind for a while. Just get out of here and just take a walk. Go out for a few minutes.
Really?
Just get out of here. Go ahead.
We'll go for a walk.
Yeah, we'll handle the show from here. You go.
All right,
take a little break. Clear out.
All right, thank you. That might work.
Just clear out.
You want to come with me?
No, no, no. I'll stay here. I'll hold things down
No,
here.
come on, go with me.
No, no. You go by yourself and just kind of air out, and
all right, thank you
we'll
very
take
much.
care of things
All right.
here.
You sure you don't want to come?
No, no. This will do you good. Go ahead.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Jesus, sneak up on me like that.
Yesterday, when I was young, the taste of life was sweet as rain upon my tongue, and I teased at life as if it were a foolish game. The way the evening breeze may tease a candle flame, 1,000 dreams I dreamed, the splendid things I planned were always built to last on weak and shifting sand. Moments by night and sun, the naked light of day, and only now I see how the years ran away. Yesterday, when I was young, so many drinking songs were waiting to be sung. So many wayward pleasures lay in store for me, and so much pain my dazzled eyes refused to see. I ran so fast that time and youth and I never stopped to think what life is all about, and every conversation I can now recall concerned itself with me and nothing else at all.
Paul Schaefer, music for young lovers. Okay, our next one, it's a change of heart.
Yeah,
change of heart. And the other one is straight to the heart.
Straight to the heart.
Yeah.
Too many hearts.
The last time you were here, I mentioned this to you, but it's just a thrill for us to have you here every Thursday.
Well,
and you guys always sound terrific.
It's always great to play with this thing.
Now, you know, when people talk about saxophone, they always say, well, David Sanborn, that's it. Who do you like as musicians? Who stands out in other instruments?
Other instruments? You mean contemporary?
Dead guys,
dead
living guys, whatever you want.
Prince. I like Prince.
Yeah.
And I like the Talking Heads, and I like Branford Marsalis and Wynton Marsalis, and, you know.
No slouches in that group.
No.
How long have you been playing the saxophone?
Over
Long
20
time?
years, over 20 years.
Learned it in high school?
Yeah, when I was 11 years old, I started playing.
Was that your first choice for an instrument?
That was it, yeah. I heard Ray Charles when I was about 11 years old, and I thought that was the greatest, the coolest thing in the world was to be a saxophone player with the Ray Charles band.
Yeah. You must have played with him by now.
No, I've never played
Is
with
that
him.
right?
I've never played
That
with
would be a
him.
terrific combination.
Yeah, it would be great.
Is the saxophone one of the few instruments now that has never been written into a symphonic piece?
No, it's actually been written, I think Berlioz wrote it in Symphony Fantastique.
Right.
Yeah, I heard you listening to it on your Walkman.
Right. But well, you answered the question.
Most of the literature is French, kind of, kind of fake, kind of.
When are you guys going to get together and do some albums and stuff?
That would be great.
I'll produce it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you helped on the last session, right?
Yeah, that's right. I was in there. We got to go. We'll be right back.
From New York, pull up a chair and watch the mayhem. It's Late Night with David Letterman. Tonight, Paul Schaefer and the world's most dangerous man. And now, please welcome a man who is so powerful, he has a staff of 3 to pick out his socks. David Letterman! Thank you. Hi. Thank you. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for once again choosing us as your evening's television entertainment, and a special hello to everyone watching from Montgomery, Alabama. Or was it Birmingham? For some reason tonight here in the studio, Paul, we have like a half a dozen folks from the state of Alabama.
Is that right?
Over the weekend, ladies and gentlemen, I thought this was exciting. Exxon has now introduced a plan for cleaning up the Alaskan oil spill. Wow, these people don't waste a second, do they? I mean, boom, they were right. At the slightest hint of a problem, wham! 6 weeks later, there's a plan to clean it up. Yesterday, the House Ethics Committee issued a 400-page report accusing House Speaker Jim Wright of 69 violations of ethics rules. And today, I understand Mr. Wright has been selling that report for $30 a copy. So there's just no stopping that guy. Boom! There they are. 6 weeks later, they got a plan. Boy, you hate to hear something like this. It's kind of a scandal in the photo processing industry. Apparently now, according to inside information, Kodak's color watch system, for which I guess they're very proud, and I guess also for which you pay a little extra, whether you know it or not. Anyway, Kodak's color watch system now is apparently nothing more than a fat guy who looks at your pictures and says, "Yep, look okay to me." And then bang, 6 weeks later, they got a plan. There's something left over from my National Guard days. I thought I'd... on the program tonight, kids...
That is, look, it's busted. Morty, fix it. It's disconnected. We got a thing with a problem with a camera. Young lady!
Disconnected. Hi, boys.
Yeah. I meant to hook that up, and I know how to hook it up, too.
What is that, coax or something?
That's a coaxial
Yeah,
cable,
it's not hooked up. Will that affect the reception at home?
If I don't get to it really soon, anything could happen, but I'll promise I'll get to it before the night.
Good.
Yeah.
Paul,
So
you
we're
remember a couple of weeks ago, more than a couple of weeks ago, it was, I can tell you exactly when it was, March 22nd, 1989. So 5 or 6 weeks ago, well, whatever that works out to, we gave away a Cadillac once owned by Jane Pauley. Remember that?
I remember that.
We had a car that we bought like a year ago in Ohio, and then we picked up the phone, and we, at random, selected a number and called Hamilton, Ohio, Hamilton with an exclamation mark, and we gave the car away. It's a beautiful 1970 Cadillac convertible DeVille. Anyway, we gave it away to a Mrs. Johnson, and she's got the car now, and she sent us in a photo of herself and the car.
Lovely.
I'm sorry we gave this thing away now. Look at this. I thought it was just some rusted up piece of junk. Isn't that a beauty? That's
a vintage
Mrs. Johnson there. And but look at also what a great looking dog that is. Look at the dog is ready to ride in the car.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
Handsome couple.
So in addition to playing your favorite hits, we give away the best prizes.
Yes, we do. Absolutely.
Oh boy, I'm tense. I'm sore. I'm achy. Hal. It's Hal Grunwald, ladies and gentlemen, our director. Hal, would you turn on the Vibra-Vision for me? I'm just feeling all cranky and out of sorts. Maybe. Thank you very much. This'll. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Now I. Okay. All right. Thank you, Hal. Let's see. Oh, Paul, I understand you have a little something special for us tonight to kick off the week. Last week, it was your new sound effect.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a wild success.
That was, yeah.
And this week, I understand...
I've got another thing
in
this
the
week.
confetti cannons,
well,
is
this is
correct?
my own idea. I'm kind of proud of it. I came up with it myself over the weekend.
All right.
And it's a little thing I came up with to promote international peace and understanding.
Well, bless your heart, Paul Schaefer.
We have gathered a flock of doves, which will fly to the top of the studio, symbolizing springtime's rebirth of hope for all mankind. And
that's great.
Right out of those cannons, the doves will fly.
We released them from the confetti cannons? Okay,
Release
here
those
we go.
doves.
Anton, maybe a drum roll. Paul's tribute to springtime and a cry for peace.
Oh, that was terrible. What a terrible idea. I feel terrible. The doves. Oh, that was just an awful idea. I'm sorry. I don't know. In the room, it seemed like a great idea.
Excellent idea.
You know.
Do you suppose it was the impact or the suffocation?
See, I don't want to think about it.
I don't even want to speculate, do you?
I don't want to have to think about it.
Because they've been in there for quite a while, and maybe there wasn't enough air. Or maybe it was the kaboom that did it.
Were they dead before you even
triggered
the thing? I don't know.
Here's our top 10 list for the evening. The category tonight, top 10 reasons that this year, me personally, Dave, am filing my income taxes late.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Are you really?
Now, do you pay, as a Canadian, do you have to...
I pay American taxes,
And
sir.
also Canadian tax?
No, not Canadian. I'm a resident, permanent resident.
Okay, anyway, here is now a list of the 10 reasons why I have to file late this year. Number 10. You see, I confused the tax filing date with the May 17th deadline for Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes. Always a problem. Number 9, it's my own form of protest against our nation's oppressive highway speed limits. Number 8, thought my many gifts to Jim Wright would protect me from the IRS. Number 7, spent weekend digging in Burger King trash for business lunch receipts. Number 6, had complicated joint return because of my secret marriage to Barbara Streisand. Number 5, didn't know if I could deduct strangers in my house as dependents. I'm sure. Don't know if that works or not. Looks like Frankie and Annette had a pillow fight.
Oh, I feel terrible about it.
Number 4, waiting to mail in form with yet-to-be-issued Elvis stamp. Number 3, need time to convert my home into tax-free museum. Number 2, had a hunch I'd be stung to death tonight during segment with Insect Lady, figured why bother? And the number 1 reason that this year I'm filing my taxes late, hey, deadlines and numbers are just establishment illusions, man. All right, James, when the program continues in a couple of minutes. Weekend, Paul, and I've done something to my shoulder and my upper back, and I just, you know,
Stiff in there.
stiff, sore, and tender. And on nights like this, thank God for VibraVision. The application of the treatment is still in its primitive stages of development. Our first guest tonight, a very distinctive. Make plans for this, Paul. On another network. What network is it, Jim? ABC. On ABC, he will star with James Garner in My Name is Bill W. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome James Woods, right here. Pleasure to see you again. Happy birthday.
I'm gonna ask you a little question.
Please do.
Like, you like to fly on the edge of the envelope, right? Because you said, Jim, like, what network? Suppose I were, like, way back there just trying to, like, you know, keep it to the last second before I made my entrance. What would you have done?
We would have dispatched one of our husky thugs to club you to death.
Aha. Now, you may wonder about the glasses, right? Because I don't usually wear these in public.
Okay.
But the insect lady has her stuff on a table back there.
Yeah.
Now, people who aren't performers may not know this, but, you know, before you go on, every performer, no matter who it is, whether you do comedy or films, television, talk show, whatever, you always have some kind of little preparatory anxiety.
Exactly.
I tend to always want to take a sip of water before I come out. I did not have my glasses on because I wear them all the time except when I'm performing. And I had my hand on this table, and I said, God, I'm really thirsty. George, is this okay? And I reach up, and there's something in there that makes Jim Wright look like Genghis Khan, okay? So the glasses are on just in case anything comes back around.
That may have been one of our fusion experiments, too, that you inadvertently
tabletop fusion, that's one of my favorites. Yeah. I do it all the time, all the time.
And also, and I don't mean to embarrass you about this, but you and I are virtually the same age because you are having a birthday.
Yes, I am having a birthday.
Yeah, it's exciting, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. For no good reason.
However, I'm really glad that you're keeping the cost down because, you know, if you play Happy Birthday on a show, it costs $5,000 in royalties. You know that there are actually 2 elderly ladies who wrote Happy Birthday, and it is actually a copyrighted song.
I've heard that. I've heard that for a long time. I don't believe it. Is that true, Paul?
What did you say?
Oh, you're doomed. You're doomed. 2
What
bars
did you saying, James?
Happy birthday to me. Oh, I'm not going to pay for this.
That's $2,000 right there.
He wants me to split the bill with him.
You know, we were talking about you earlier in the day, and I said that you'd been on here at least 2 times before.
That's right, 2 times.
2 times?
2 times. At least 2 times.
Well, see, that's what I said.
Right.
And then our producer looked it up. You've only been here once before.
I'd like to answer, but I'm like so overwhelmed by this tie. Have you looked at this tie from any perspective or something like this? I mean, like head on. I mean, tell me, I'm not wrong about this, right?
I know.
The VibraVision tie here, baby.
This is the original Wreck on the Highway tie.
Boy, I tell you, blood on the pavement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, now last time you were here, or one of the last times,
one of the many times,
we were talking about you as a student in, I guess, grade school, high school. Very bright kid.
Yes.
Got perfect SAT scores.
I want to clarify that. I had an 800 on my English, and oddly enough, 779 in math, so I apologize. But I went to MIT, and I figured, you know, that's pretty good. Okay,
Yeah.
but there were 900 kids in my class, and 500 of them had 800s on their math, okay? So,
Is that right?
I mean, like, I was in the bottom half of my class, and I mean, I was a pretty bright kid, you know, so it's an instant eye-opener. And so I very quickly got away from academia when I was at MIT, because...
I'm sorry, what did you want to do before you went to MIT?
Well,
did you want to go into...
I want to be sort of a math whiz. I'd been nominated to the Air Force Academy, but I happened to have run through a glass door and severed everything in my right arm but the bones, so they kind of, you know, they don't like one-handed pilots. It's kind of a little rough, pulling over and trying to hit the button at the same time. But the problem at MIT is if you stuck with the academic stuff, in your freshman year, you know, a lot of the guys used to wear these, like, they have, like, white socks and sort of like, well, they're just sort of like I dress, but, and they'd always have, like, those plastic things. And I don't know where you get those. You know what I mean? Those plastic things that have all the pens and the ink stains and stuff. I mean, there's, like, a company that makes those and a company that makes, like, that plastic vomit, you know? Like who's the guy? Who's the guy
Same people who made the tie.
Exactly. I just wondered whose job it was to sit at the factory where they make the plastic vomit and, you know, the guy who just does the corn, you know what I mean, or just, or the pimentos, you know.
It's the birthday boy.
But the problem was at MIT, if you were like a smart kid and you were a freshman, the older kids who had gotten rid of their plastic thing would make you, when you crossed Mass Avenue to go into the big building where MIT was, they'd make you stop and draw on each other with your slide rules that you had hanging from your belt that Mom and Dad had given you to go to MIT, and you'd have to do Schrödinger's equation, and whoever differentiated it the fastest.
So there was hazing there.
There was
for this.
major hazing.
That seems pretty silly. And then you lived many different places. You lived not only in the United States, but their territorial properties as well.
Guam.
Guam. Dad was in the service?
Dad was in the service, and we went to Guam, which was a fairly interesting experience, because when you're 3 years old, all of a sudden you're in paradise, and you really remember it. And the kid next door, in fact, the family next door was Filipino. And I would always come home and ask for things in Filipino, and my mom would have no idea what they were and get, you know, really frustrated. And we had this pet rooster named Charlie. And my dad, who had been a farmer when he was a kid, loved the idea of Charlie being in Guam, because Charlie was, like, completely screwed up, okay? He's, like, in Guam, first of all, and he grew up in Indiana. So he'd crow, like, at 3 in the afternoon, you know? And he was, like, pecking around in the sand and finding things that make these look tame by comparison,
But
you
now,
know?
wait a minute, you took Charlie from your home to Guam?
Yeah, I guess Charlie got taken under somebody's arm somehow. And he's in Guam, and he's, like, really, like,
well, jet
off
lag,
about
sure,
it.
yeah.
Major jet lag, and, like, more feathers are being dropped than we're, you know, thank you, Paul, for that one. And one day, my dad, you know, we'd get home from work and he'd kind of look out the window and watch Charlie trying to figure out when morning was going to come, you know. And one day, Charlie wasn't there, and the Lagadons, our next-door neighbors, invited us over for dinner. Chicken dinner, baby. Yeah, so we had Charlie McNuggets that night, and it turns out, and this, I mean, I'm sure you get thousands of letters on this, but it seems to be a certain kind of Filipino custom that it's kind of okay to steal your neighbor's chicken once in a while, as long as you invite him to dinner. You know, I'm just so glad we didn't have, like, you know, a miniature horse or a, you know, German Shepherd or something.
But still, a beloved family pet.
Yes, indeed, but
yeah,
no longer.
Stinks. It must have been hugely traumatic for you.
Yeah, well, it was. Well, I have this little pillow, actually, from the feathers that I use now.
Oh, that's
when I
cute.
travel.
That's very sweet. We'll do a commercial here, and then we'll continue the birthday celebration for James Woods. I want to ask. Yeah, that's
Charlie.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
The question I want to ask, and maybe this is silly, I'll ask Paul. Do James and I, do we look like a couple of 42-year-old guys? Is that the deal?
No.
No,
absolutely
we
not.
do, don't we?
No, you don't.
We
Tell
just
the truth, Paul.
Why do you ask?
Well, I'm afraid we probably do look like a couple of
42-year-old guys.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, you feel 42 when you're 42.
Really?
Yeah, you really all of a sudden feel it. When you're 39, you're sort of like 39 or 37. When you're 42, it's like really ticking fast for some reason. You know?
I haven't experienced that. I find that I feel more comfortable, and by the way, this is really fascinating, more comfortable on the even years than the odd years. Like 41, I felt. 42, I feel okay.
You want to explain this in depth to me, baby, because I'm not following
There's
it.
no more depth to it than that, but we are middle-aged guys.
Yeah. I guess when you round it off, it's sort of a little easier to take.
Closing in on 50 is what we're doing.
Yeah. creeping up on it, but real fast.
Tell me about some of your early audition experiences, if you had memorable auditions.
Well, you have to understand something, that like nobody is born, well, first of all, I don't think anybody is a star, but for a while people sort of think you're a star. It's kind of like a job category or something. But nobody's born a star. Even if you're related to a star, you kind of got to go out there and prove it. So everybody has moments, I guess, when they've been through it. One that nobody actually ever has known about, but as long as you ask, you'll get it, was the time I had to do a singing audition, and I cannot sing, okay?
And at what stage in your career is this? Very early on?
This is fairly early, like at the stage when I need another quart of potato salad for next week's meals, okay? And I really need the job, and you'll know how much I need the job when I tell you I went down to the Henry Hudson Theater. It's one of those theaters, it's about an 800-seat house, and it has like a little wall in the back where people stand. And I had about 15 bucks left to my name, so I paid for one singing lesson. And the song I'd heard that day...
You took your last $15.
To pay for one singing lesson. And I learned a song called Both Sides Now. You know that song?
Paul, do we know that song?
Absolutely.
This will be good.
That's it, baby. Now, I have to tell you that, like, I had to learn it exactly as it was written because I know nothing about music. Now, you gotta understand, here's like psycho killer, you know, tough guy actor. I'm like this. Bows and flows of angel. Okay, sing like this, okay? Now, meanwhile, it turns out that in the nature of this musical, the 55 men standing in the back were a little light in the loafers, okay? Let's just be frank about this. And here I am out there with my leather jacket on and my turtleneck sweater, singing Bows and Flows of Angel Hair and Ice Cream Castles in the Air. And I get about 4 bars to it, and thank you very much, and I'm walking out, and I mean, I'm drenched in sweat, because, boy, when you can't do something, it's so clear. And as I walk out, there's this really kind of leather-bound guy, and as I walked out, he said, "You are one brave woman."
Wasn't that a cute story, kids? Yes. You are one brave woman. My God. And is this true? You're getting married soon?
Yes, I am, actually.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Who is the woman? What do we know of her?
We know of her that she's Sarah Owen. She's a horse trainer and not in the business, thank God in heaven on high. And we met at the Chevron station at Sunset and Doheny 4 years ago, and that's that.
Congratulations.
I actually used one of my really smooth lines. It was actually my sort of proudest moment since Bows and Flows in terms of my real authority on stage. I was there in my shiny, greasy, stupid movie star Porsche that somebody made me buy once. And she was there in her truck with literally a bale of hay in the back. And I said, "Hey, you know, I've been looking for a truck." And she said, and you're probably also the Ayatollah Khomeini on your days off. And I said, yeah, but anyway, so I tried to schmooze about trucks and horses and all that stuff, and she said, forget it. But later she convinced me that she felt so sorry for me that she actually called me back, and the rest is histoire.
I get the feeling that for you, and you know this as well, obviously, that it's good that this woman is not also in show business, not an actress, not a director, whatever.
Yeah, it's really tough, because when you're in show business, no matter what, one of you is having a better year than the other of you. And it's just a really tough thing. You're away from each other. And it's just a real drag.
Well, I got to say, you're probably both very brave women.
And we are both very brave women. Thank you, Doc.
My name is Bill W. Sunday.
Maestro.
When is Bill W. on?
It's April 30th,
April
9 o'clock,
30th.
ABC.
Good to see you. Happy
Nice to
birthday.
see you, David.
Thanks for being here. James Woods, kids. We'll be right back.
Another tip, you know, at a party like this, it's a good idea to keep a close eye on the family pet. Oh, little buddy, how you been? Come here. Yeah. Oh, you didn't think that...
Go for the full tilt taste of Extra Gold.
You guys are sick. It's all right, man.
Nice job, Paul. Oh, and also, it's our left. So if you feel like standing by, well, here's your opportunity. Hal, turn on the Vibravision for just a second. My neck is starting... We have a little quiz for you. We're almost through April of '89, hard to believe, so we thought what better time than right now to give you a little quiz on events around the world. It's our current affairs quiz. Paul, excuse me, Paul, we're just getting ready to do a little quiz.
Oh, I was playing the theme of the quiz.
Oh, I thought you
April
had
showers.
a flashback and you were in the Ramada Inn again, up in Toronto. I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's true. That's true.
April showers. Now I understand. Here we go. It's our current affairs quiz. Question number 1 on the big quiz tonight. People around the world, regardless of their politics, are alarmed by the spread of A, ballistic missiles, B, chemical weapons, C, perfumes touted by obnoxious actresses. The jury seems to be out on that one. Number 2, a frightening proportion of America's cash assets are tied up in A, unreliable savings institutions, B, junk bonds, C, Speaker of the House Jim Wright's bottom drawer. Number 3, listen carefully now. Number 3, in the next century, the majority of baseball fans will be A, men, B, women, C, Steve Garvey's children. Boats and planes and angels, wings and ice cream. Number 4, thousands of people rioted in Soviet Georgia because of rumors concerning A, shortages of produce, B, price increases for bread, C, a return visit by Billy Joel. Number 5, the phrase, "Today I feel like the luckiest man on the face of the earth," was said by A, Lou Gehrig at Yankee Stadium, B, Carl Yastrzemski at Fenway Park, C, Pete Rose at OTB. Number 6, horrified Americans asked who let this happen when they saw A, the oil spill near Valdez, Alaska, B, the damning evidence against President Bush in the Iran-Contra scandal, C, Rob Lowe singing at the Academy Awards. Number 7, the one possibility Americans most fear is A, further depletion of the ozone layer, B, a crippling economic recession, C, Rob Lowe decides to make an album. Number 8.
Dave.
Yes, Paul.
This is a quiz on world events. Is
Exactly, Paul. World events. We have scoured global publications for weeks and weeks to bring you up to date as to the latest developments, geopolitical manifestations around the world. We've consulted UPI, AP, even Reuters. We have a network of correspondents around the planet to bring us up to date on the latest happenings on the world scene.
Okay. Fair enough, sir.
Current events quiz question number 8. If Rob Lowe were to release an album of songs, a good title might be A, 12 from the Heart, B, Robert Clark Lowe, C, Next Stop, Remainder Bin. And finally, number 9. Get ready with that theme again, Paul.
Yeah.
The most popular phrase heard on Exxon supertankers is A, drop anchor, B, all ahead full, C, last call. We'll be right back here with Sally Love.
We can't keep it cooped up any longer.
It's fun to do the little show, isn't it?
It's cute,
Yeah, we have a lot of fun here, don't we? Yeah, it is. Whenever a new supply of bugs arrives, our next guest pays us a visit. Please welcome the director of the Smithsonian Institution's Insect Zoo, Sally Love. Oh, Sally. Hi, how are you?
Sally Love particularly requested Ghost Riders in the Sky when she came out.
Why? What does that
I'm
have to do
not
with
sure
insects and stuff?
I just like it.
Oh, okay. Sure. All right. Okay, before we begin, look at this. We were leafing through some kind of supplemental. This is the magazine from the Washington Post. Look, here's a picture of you modeling
Why, that's
clothes.
me.
Yeah, there you are. Some kind of a big a deal with the Gap, huh?
Right.
Well, that's cool.
It was cool. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you enjoyed that?
Yeah, and
You think
I got to keep a few of the T-shirts.
Yeah.
And
Well, good for you. Congratulations. Now, let's get to the bugs.
the bugs. Okay, I brought some other things besides bugs, but we're going to start with the insects first.
Sure.
Okay. Your favorite.
What do we
right
have
over
here?
We have cockroaches, and I'm going to put the cockroaches right on my face, which is where they belong.
Have we seen these before?
Well, I brought cockroaches on, but I don't know if I brought these on.
Wow.
These are these are South American giant cockroaches.
You've
And
grossed them out. Let me try and hold one.
Okay. They're going to tickle just a little bit.
They certainly do tickle just a little bit.
But you know...
Hey! Yikes. What if it breaks the skin, would that be all right? Because I felt a little tug.
No, but just don't sue me.
All right.
But it actually would look really nice there. Doesn't that look good?
You know...
It makes a nice tie clip.
You know, if you could mount a microphone in there, we could use that every night on my tie as the microphone clip.
That's a great idea. Actually, I had one that just molted on the way up.
Oh, you did not.
I did too. It's true.
You say a cockroach melted on the way up?
That's molted.
Oh,
molted.
I'm sorry.
Here's the molt, actually.
The molting
Here.
means it leaves its skin.
It's exoskeleton, right?
Sheds its skin.
Uh-huh.
I had an aunt who did that.
A lot?
Yeah, periodically. We recommended a moisturizer.
Or a scrub.
I know. Okay, what else, Sally?
Okay, I brought some local beetles. Here, these are from around...
These are the best kind. The
Yeah.
local ones are the good kind.
Yeah, yeah. These are Eastern
Tasty, fresh.
Dynasties Hercules beetles.
Wow.
And, well, they're unicorn beetles. These are
they're
males.
stuck to you. Watch it. They're stuck to you. Ooh,
know.
yikes.
I'm very close to my
How long
work.
do these things live?
They live for years.
Well, I don't want it stuck to me, Sally.
Well, if it's stuck to you, then we'll unstick it. That's all.
Yo, it's gonna...
It's gonna hurt.
I think...
No, come here.
Okay. Yeah, okay. That's great.
Isn't that nice?
That's a very odd sensation.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, now let's just lift it. Oh,
But
God.
I can't lift it. It has to walk on its own.
Oh, okay.
That
Very
wasn't
nice.
so bad.
South American?
No, this is Eastern. This is
Oh,
from
these are
Maryland.
the local beetles.
Yeah,
right.
East
Okay.
Coast.
What else?
Okay, now we're going to move on to this.
What is this you have here in Jell-O? That looks pretty good. What is that?
We're going to get to that later. Okay. This here is a scorpion.
Scorpion?
Uh-huh. It's an emperor scorpion from Africa. And I'm going to try and pick it up. I am a wuss. There are people who can pick this up by the stinger. And it's actually less harmful than a lot of the other smaller scorpions that we find here.
And do they come with their own pair of gloves?
Yeah. Actually, I have a pair for you.
Okay. Well, you know, not being a wuss. We have 2 minutes. We want to see everything you have here tonight.
Okay, but I
Sally.
just want to pick this guy up and let you see.
Yeah.
Isn't he a beauty?
Yep. And good with lemon and butter.
Yeah.
What do these things eat? Just gnats and bugs?
They eat
and...
anything they can catch,
Yeah.
including fingers, gloves.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
ties.
All right.
Okay, we have 2 minutes. Okay, I wonder, I'd like to...
What is this thing that's making this noise all night?
This is in honor of your vibraphone.
Oh, Vibravision.
Vibravision, sorry.
Vibravision, yeah.
Well, this is a cuttlefish, and this is something that I wanted to try.
Cuttlefish.
Cuttlefish.
Not necessarily, not strictly speaking, an insect.
No, it's a marine invertebrate,
Uh-huh.
and it's great.
Do you have these at the insect zoo?
No, we have them at the invertebrate zoo at the National Zoo. Okay. Did you see that?
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
that was ink.
Oh, it squirts ink.
Yeah. In fact, the cuttlefish that are caught in the Indian Ocean used to be used for India ink, the ink that they...
That's where it comes from.
Uh-huh.
So we've learned a little something here tonight.
Okay, can you see this? Now, cuttlefish are great because they're almost like mood rings. They can change color whatever mood they're in. They communicate by that.
Photosynthetic, then.
And it's connected to their nerve cells. See it change? And when I'm touching it?
Right.
See that?
Yeah. But again, Sally, it's not really an insect.
No, it's not an insect. And that's not an insect either.
Well, have you run out of insects, Sally?
Are we getting picky?
No, we're not getting picky. I just thought, well, you know, we paid for insects, and now we have fish here.
I'm giving you better.
Okay, what else?
Actually, that's smarter than a fish.
Come to think of it, Sally, if you spend less time on this sort of thing, I don't know. Could have been over to the side of the road with a net picking up grasshoppers while you were...
Yeah.
I
know. Just can't say no.
Okay. And?
Okay, this is a sea cucumber. And I hear that you've had this on before.
Well, sure.
You've had it all on
we had a
before.
guy who brings marine life on, and he brought that on with him.
Yes, but did he bring his friend with him?
I don't know how he got here. Let's just see what this is, and then we have to go. We're running terribly late.
Okay, this is a pearlfish.
A pearlfish.
And
no, we haven't seen one of those before.
The pearlfish, this is not a live pearlfish, it's dead. The pearlfish like to live and hide in places, so what they do is they actually sneak into the anal region of the sea cucumber. They sort of, they nudge around, find the ends, and then they twist
I think
in, they find protection.
Okay, fine. Sally Love, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to see you again. I have to wash my hands here. We'll be back to John. Our next guest, very funny gentleman and a good friend of ours. This very weekend, you can see him perform at the Laugh Factory. That's L-A-F-F Factory in Los Angeles, California. Please welcome back to the show, John Witherspoon, right here.
New York, the greatest city in the world. How you guys doing, all right? But listen to me, don't drink and drive. The policeman stopped me at a sobriety checkpoint to smell my breath. Now, first of all, that's a hell of a job for a man, ain't it? I used to be so frightened when the policeman stopped me, man, but it's the best feeling in the world when you know you haven't had a drink in 10 days. Just come from dinner with a big plate of food full of garlic. This man wanted to smell my breath. He was pushy too. You know the type, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy, come on. I did like this. Ah! Officer, come back. Watch me do the moonwalk. Well, I'm sticking with my New Year's resolution. I stopped talking about people. We got to stop talking about each other. You know, you turn your back and someone is talking about you. Barbara Bush. They all talk about Barbara Bush. I love Barbara Bush. She's the first lady, right? I love Barbara Bush. And people don't understand, Barbara Bush was a big star before she became the first lady. She's the clap-on lady from the Clapper commercial. Remember her? Clap on, clap on. Clapper. That's not Barbara Bush. She clapped herself to sleep. She said, I love the Bush administration. Every time they have a big event, they get a big black dude with a deep baritone voice to sing patriotic songs. They had a guy out there with 2 degrees outside. He didn't have a coat on. God bless America. It was so cold, he got the words wrong to the next song. This is your land. This is your land. This is your mama's land. God bless America. We're talking about the first lady now. Am I the only one that heard that Nancy Reagan assisted the police in Los Angeles when they raided the crack house? Nancy Reagan? Can you imagine those dudes when they saw Nancy Reagan facing that window doing like this? Just say no. The dude rapped, hey man, this must be some bad stuff, man. I see Nancy Reagan. I'm celebrating my 2nd year anniversary as a wedding. I got married 2 years ago. Thank you very much soon. Thank you very much. I had to get married, man. Living in Hollywood as a bachelor was driving me crazy. Women would lie to me so much. Why would women lie so much in Hollywood? I dated a woman a whole year before I met my wife. I did not know my girlfriend was bald-headed. Can you imagine the shock when I saw that bald head for the first time? And guess how I found out she was bald-headed? On the roller coaster. You're not thinking about a bald head on the roller coaster. You're holding, woo, woo. I knew something was wrong. I looked over. Her ponytail was hanging on the side of her head. Looking like Daniel Boone. Then we made that revolution in the air. What did? We put our hands up and we start to holler going, yeah! I thought I felt something hit my damn hand. I come in, I'm happy. Come on, baby, let's go, baby. Baby, where's your hair? You look like Marvin Hagler. Now put yourself in my place. I'm walking down the street holding my girlfriend's hand up a whole year now, a bald-headed woman. So you know what I did when I first met my wife? Took her straight to the roller coaster. She's talking about, take me to the Sizzler. I said, yeah, as soon as you pass the roller coaster test. Now, I don't ride the roller coaster like this anymore. I ride like this. Now, before I go, listen to me. Practice safe sex. Use a condom, man. It's on TV all day long, man. Use a condom. See, that's a problem I had. What the hell I know about a condom? I haven't had a condom since 1975. I didn't know where to look for a condom. I went to the hardware store looking for a condom. Let's give me 5 black condoms, please. You don't have black condoms? So I had that white condom on and it was dark in that room. I said, darling, I'm over here. She said, I see you. God bless you. Thank you very much.
What? We'll be right back here with John Witherspoon. John Witherspoon. Nice little outfit there, John. You hoping to be mentioned in the Soupy Sales estate?
Perhaps.
And the bald-headed girlfriend story. The bald, yeah, based on a true life experience?
Yeah, on the roller coaster.
How long ago did that happen?
About 25 years.
I see. Well, it's nice to hear it again here tonight. You want to show the pictures?
Oh, yeah, right. When I was here before,
Pictures of the boy.
My son was 3 months old there.
Here he is at 3 months.
He's a real big baby.
Yeah, he was a monster at 3 months. There he is at 3 months.
Yeah. But now he's 9. Look at this. Isn't this amazing?
9 months old. There you go.
He's a big boy.
He'll be voting soon, won't he? Good to see you. Oh, May 24th, Robert Townsend's special, Partners in Crime. We'll see you tomorrow night, folks. Thank you.